Okay, we are live and recording. Welcome to all the audience that has been here listening to us discuss rattlesnakes. Thank goodness that we aligned so that we can learn how to handle rattlesnakes. Like, what would we do without conversations like this? Let me tell you, it's crazy. Welcome to all of you on the panel. We have another live episode of the Hangout with Mentors. Members. We're members. Mentors. Anyway, whether you're watching this live or the recording, please watch all the way to the end. Our conversations are always valuable. We give you tips and tricks, techniques. You get kind of like an insider's peek onto the kind of conversations that we have that help us create the success that we have. And it's kind of, we take our jackets off, we're all comfy. It's that kind of conversation, the kind of conversation you just don't find anywhere else. So watch till the end, give us your feedback, your input. Go ahead in the chat. I haven't been watching the chat actually. Greet each other, ask us questions, engage. It's your engagement that will help us get to know you, that will help us with future topics. And so on. So yeah, welcome. I think I did all the housekeeping. If you want on the panel, once we've kind of presented and done our round robin, just put your hand up and we can pop you out here. And yeah, I think that's about it. I'm not actually, oh yeah, I'm Susan. Got to say that. Yeah, so I think I covered all of the housekeeping. Our topic tonight is align. Why align? And it might just seem obvious on the surface, but underneath it does. It takes a lot of energy. It takes work. It takes on purpose decisions to align with people on purpose, people who are like-minded, have similar passions, and then it takes inside and lots of energy and discussion to make sure that amongst that initial decision to align, you have alignment in clarity, alignment in dialogue, alignment in passion, and mission. What are you going to do? What do you want to accomplish? And myself, Tammy, Joe, and Jason have decided very much on purpose to align to create this community of members for all of you. So it's really about all of you, the members, the Unstoppable Alliance. It is really about you. But there's kind of like a side effect. It's amazing for us as well. It's incredibly empowering. And I think the four of us are re-experiencing that just even in the last week or so here. It's what we've done for each other is, I don't know. I just know I don't have any words really at the moment. It's amazing. It is really amazing. So we really are here for you, for all of you, the membership. And we're working really hard in the background. I can't wait to show you. And I know we all feel the same way, what we are really creating in the background. But yeah, it's also helping us. It's amazing. It's very empowering. So that's all I have at the moment. Jason, would you please go first in case you do have to pop off?
Yeah, I do. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. I am coming to you from my truck, as you can see. And it's been a very, very long day here. But you know what? When I saw the topic, I was like, you know what? Today just happened to be a great day about that topic, is aligning. I mean, I'm down here in South Florida where, Hurricane Matthew, a Category 4 hurricane, is about to come, right up the east coast of Florida. And it's really amazing to see just out in the communities. I mean, and it's crazy that it takes something like this to kind of draw people closer together. I mean, actually, I've seen a lot of acts of kindness here, just over the past several hours. And that's really the power of aligning, because unfortunately, when a tragedy is on its way, people tend to align more. Okay, and it's sad to say that it does take that to have that happen. But when it does happen, I mean, the mere fact of when people align together, a lot more can get done in a shorter period of time. Okay, that's the key. That's the whole thing. I mean, seeing our whole neighborhood now in just one day, people helping everybody out. Everybody's pretty much boarded who needs to be boarded, or panels put up. They're ready to go. and it's that strength in numbers is what counts. And that's what, that's what we're doing here with the Unstoppable Alliance. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's not just about business. It's not just about making money. It's truly aligning like-minded, positive, forward-thinking people together to help one another in all areas of their life. I mean, ultimately, we are in the personal development and business development industry, okay? That's the industry that we're in. And the more people that choose to align with us, we grow at such a rapid rate. And imagine if, again, we finally get to the point to where we have the money flowing through our bank account, like Tammy says, oxygen and blood through our bodies. Imagine what we're going to be able to do as an alliance to make things better in the world. I mean, I know that may sound far-fetched and crazy, but there's strength in numbers. That's the point. So that's really the purpose of aligning, and that's the reason why you should align. I mean, that's it. I mean, you're going to hear that, you're going to see that this is probably going to be one of my shortest speeches ever on this. You're not even going to have to pull the hook. I did want to come on. Look at Joe. I did want to come on though and share my thoughts about aligning, because again, that's important. It is. It's about learning and communicating and connecting with others within the community to help you through no matter what area of your life that you're going through. Okay, everybody has their own challenges, and everybody's at a different level in their life, but we keep encouraging one another. And of course, if we show people how to get that money flowing through their accounts, they can experience life the way it's supposed to be. I think I don't think we're supposed to work and struggle to pay bills. I mean, or that's not what we're here for. So we've got to find our true purpose. So again, strength in numbers, okay, and just connecting with one another and helping one another. That's really what the alliance means to me, and that's why whoever comes on board, is going to have a solid foundation of people to help them. I mean, we have these Hangout with Mentors here every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. We have 15 different live events, just to help support our organization. So I'm truly blessed, and I wanted to again show my commitment and dedication by showing up tonight, and just saying my piece and saying what I had to say about aligning. So thank you, and I'm going to turn it back to Susan. Guys, I do have to run. I'm going to have to drop off unless I'm going to say if you have any feedback for me right now, if you have any follow-ups. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. So Susan, back to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jason. Very well said. And thank you for showing up. Just simply for that reason, powerful.
Yeah, I took a lesson from my good friend Joe there. He's there each and every single day, and he reminds me all the time, even on Christmas. So, hey, guys, it's been a pleasure being here. We're going to brace for the storm tomorrow. We'll make through. We'll get through it, and we'll have help. Again, we have aligned as a community down here to brace and prepare ourselves for the storm. So if we can do it for the storm, we can do it for the business and help people get that, the money flowing through their account. So thank you for everybody for participating and watching and viewing, and we'll see everybody on the other side of Matthew. Bye for now.
Absolutely.
Stay safe,
you, Jason.
That's awesome.
I have Rob coming out here, and then we will carry on. Good evening, Rob. Welcome. You're still muted. Tammy, would you like to speak on the topic next?
Sure, absolutely. I'd love to. And I just wanted to say that just chatting with Jason a little bit earlier today, it's really amazing actually what he's been doing down there in Florida and going around to, like different parts of Florida, the elderly communities and things like that, and making sure that they're safe and making sure that they have the supplies that they need. So it's really, really awesome, Jason. Just your heart, you have a huge heart, so it's just amazing to be working alongside you. And so I just wanted to say that here before I start talking about aligning. And it kind of reminds me of, I hate to bring it up, but 9/11 and different tragedies and things like that that's happened. In fact, that's what kind of had caused the demise of my whole business, was a tragedy like this. And, and so good things do come out of it. So I'm just, praying for everybody down there and sending good thoughts to everybody in Florida. My sister-in-law is actually kind of panicking, and she's been texting me all night and just really kind of worried about it. I think a lot of times what it is it's just a fear of maybe something unknown or, you know, something coming. So a lot of times we fear that. But I think the biggest thing about aligning with people, just in general, but specifically a community like this, is you will have support, you know. So after any kind of I guess, tragedy or something that someone goes through, it's always nice to know that there are people that you can go to, you know, people that will kind of give you a big hug, a virtual hug, in fact, you know. And I think that's honestly what people are looking for nowadays is people to be like not just supportive, but can guide you in the right direction, whether it be marketing strategies, whether it be just personal development. That's what we have here with the Unstoppable Alliance. And that's actually, I think, kind of at first it was just an idea, right? Just like anything, right? An idea turns into more and more and more. So an idea here has turned into now what we're doing here, and just seeing the changes and the breakthroughs that people are having is just super exciting for me. And the thing about it is it's fun to make money, but it's more fun to make money with more people, if that makes sense, you know? So that's what it is for me, and just seeing people, you know, coming from all around, all walks of life, basically, essentially, and then plugging in to an existing system that can be their vehicle for money, for whatever they want to do in their life, you know? So everybody has, you know, different desires, different goals. And I just think that having a community is really important. So, you know, hey, we have a vast amount of experience here on this channel, and just with the members, you know, just speaking and getting to know everybody is just fun to me. So that's just kind of, you know, I got to meet Super T in Chicago, and of course I've met Susan 3 times, and she lives up in Canada. But you know, it's just amazing to be able to have, you know, that the future projections as far as, you know, hey, when are we going to meet? You know, we're going to have a live event. When are we going to do that? So I just think that that's it's always been a dream of mine to have something like this, and now that it's come to fruition, it's just amazing to think of that, right? So we put it out there, we've got it put together, and in my opinion, that really no one can touch us. I mean, as far as in a big ticket arena, no one can touch us. In my opinion, I mean, I'm just serious when I say that. I mean, we have so much support. Rob's shaking his head because he knows exactly what I'm talking about, and you know, and I think just all the benefits that we have here is going to make other people jealous, basically. But that's what I wanted to say tonight, Susan. And you know, of course, you know, I can keep going on and on about aligning, because it's just what you and I, you know, believe in, and then our visions start getting bigger and bigger and bigger since we've been talking and working together. So.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with everything that you said, Tammy, and thank you very much for that. What we do have here is unique. It's never been done in the big ticket arena before,
right?
And that's a good thing. And yeah, it's exciting.
And guess what I got here tonight? This is actually one thing that Tim Hortons, one thing her and I had in common when we first started talking. And I'm like, oh, you got Tim Hortons up? Of course you have Tim Hortons in Canada. And she's like, oh, it came down to the U.S. So anyway, I just did that just to.
I'm just drinking my homemade stuff.
So.
Joe, do you have anything to say at this point? Of course, I'll ask you to wrap it up at the end, but would you like to jump in now?
Yeah, I would. I would like to jump in now. You know, it was reminding me today of a story, of course. When I was a little kid or a young man, I remember I had my first car, right? And so I would always, when I had my first car, I would always park it like way far out in the parking lot, right? I would park it way out there, and it would be the only car out there. And then I would come out, and there'd be all these cars around my car. I remember saying, Mom, what gives with that? You know, how come I park my car way out there and then suddenly there's all these cars? And she says, honey, it's called the herding instinct. People herd together. They just want to be together. It's like, you know, you look out in the middle of a field and there's all the cattle clustered together. It starts with one. And so it's kind of like just a natural thing that we have as individuals to want to herd together, to come together. And I was doing some research, as I always do, and I found something on Google because, as you know, if it's on Google, it must be true. And here's what it says. A strategic alliance is an agreement between two or more parties to pursue a set of agreed upon objectives needed while remaining independent organizations. And I can go on and read this. You can Google strategic alliance yourself, and that's what comes up. And so what I was thinking about here is, why do we align? Where is the strength in our unstoppable alliance? And you guys have covered a lot of this stuff already. You know, we have a lot of experience for real. When you take a look at our panel here, if you were to add up all of the years, individual years of people's individual experience, it's over a century, man. There's 100 years of experience here. I'm talking about boots on the ground, real world. How do you build a top-tier direct sales organization? So this alliance has got really, really solid leadership. And I love what you said, Tam. You know, it's all about, you know, celebrating each other's success. That really is what is a wonderful thing here. And, you know, as far as, you know, the real reason, like I said, it's the herding instinct, and why everybody can benefit from this is because, and this is different, I will say this top-tier stuff is very, very competitive. You know, we're here, you know, we represent a couple different organizations, and if you look across the landscape, you will see that there are other organizations coming up with their own plans and their own websites, and the backbone is just, all it is a wholesale house, right? The backbone of the company is merely a wholesale house. And the personalities and the, you know, the culture is being defined by these individual groups. And as Tammy said, you know, people will get, you know, I don't know if jealous is really the word, because everyone's invited. Everyone is invited. Okay, this is a family of individuals. I'll tell you, actually, just the other day, I know a guy, I've worked with him in the past. He's kind of like a hitter. He's in, I think he's in like Sweden or something. He lives overseas. And he sends me out of the clear blue sky, he sends me a Skype. And he goes, hey, Joe, what's going on? I'm like, you know, I'm really busy. I'm working on a project. He goes, yes, I know. Me and my partner, we know who you are. We're involved in that same enterprise. And we want to know, can we become a member of the Unstoppable Alliance? And I'm like, well, yeah, you can become a member of the Unstoppable Alliance. And we've got some tools coming up, and you know, we've been alluding to this stuff on the radio show in the morning, and you mentioned it, Susan. We have something that we've been working on for months. I think we started the conversation in July, August, September. We've been in this thing for 3-4 months. There's a backbone. Some of you guys know about it. If you were in Chicago with the event at Ray and Stephanie's house, you know what I'm talking about. It's about to come out, and it really, really is cool. And I really believe this alliance, we have like a game changer here, and we are unstoppable in our alliance. And here's the coolest part, and I'll yield the floor, is that we together have a common shared vision. Okay, every single person here has a common shared vision. Jason always talks about it. We're about personal development and financial freedom. That's really what this is about. And we've got this eclectic mix of individuals from all different life experiences and walks of life who have come together with that common goal and that common vision. And it's an open source, right? Like, everyone has a voice. Every single one of us has a voice. You know, Susan, you open this thing up. Anybody who wants to jump on the panel is free to jump on the panel. We do this thing every single morning. We have our daily, the first live event of every single day. It's an open forum. Anyone in the world who has a telephone is free to join in the discussion. And it's cool because we learn from everyone. Like the people who are here only for 90 days, I learn after 20 years in the top tier, I learn stuff from these brand new individuals. So it is like it's just a great place to be. You know, the Unstoppable Alliance is just getting started. And you know what? Not to go too deep into what some of these visionaries who are really involved here, what we see is an opportunity here for us, we as a family, as an alliance, we can make a difference. You know, we as a collective can really, really make a difference in people's lives. So, you know, come one, come all. You know, the benefit of being in an alliance also is we draw from, you know, it's not about, you know, everyone's playing to their strengths. And there are so many people here who are so much stronger than me in certain areas, and I just feed off this. So that's the benefit of an alliance. You know, we really have a machine that runs 24/7. So I'll, like Jason and Tammy, I can go on, but I'll give it back to you, Susan.
Thank you. Thank you for that, Joe. it's actually just amazing. And I want to add to what you just said, which was awesome. And thank you very much for that. The quote that I put with the initial copy of the invite of this, just in case anybody didn't hear it, and it just fits exactly with what you just said. The most empowering condition of all is when the entire organization is aligned with its mission and people's passion and purpose are in sync with each other. How cool is that, right?
Yeah.
That's a quote by Bill George, professor of management at Harvard and former CEO of Medtronic. So I think he knows a little bit about organizations and alignment as well. So yeah, thank you for that.
Very cool.
Who is next? I have Dr. B has his hand up, but I just want to check. Camera's not working. So we got some technical, Dr. B has some technical. Well, I'll add you to the panel and we'll see if we can fix your video, Dr. B. And over to Ray and Stephanie. What would you like to add to why align?
Well, I'll go real quick, and I know Stephanie had something she wanted to share, but I wanted to say this, that when I started here, it was Susan and Tammy, and I just thought, hey, they got a call. This is great. And then they do this thing on Wednesday night. This is great. So to me, it was an opportunity to be around people who already had, already been down that road, and, in their own right, they're masters in their craft. So I thought to myself, there was a kind of a no-brainer to be able to say yes. And then I thought to myself, when I saw Joe and Jason come aboard and, just the stuff that was happening and what they brought to the table, I thought, man, this is way easier than I thought it was going to. These guys are all coming. Everything I ever wanted to see really in a business started really coming together, and I just stood here. I just came on Monday night calls. I thought, this is great. I'm not even doing anything. It's all happening. So to me, it was like things that I wanted to see, what I thought, oh, man, I got to have so much money to get this, or so much, I got to get around the right people to learn this, and all these things just kind of fell in place, synchronistically with this group, with this vibe. So I thought to myself, man, this can't be. And then when Susan said, hey, I'd like to come to Chicago, do our first event there, I thought, my gosh, if I don't have to go anywhere and somebody's coming here, I'll do whatever I got to do, So it was just everything just started falling in place. And I really believe that I just started becoming the right person, and that's not to pat myself on the back. I just know that some of the things that I held on to so much to try and get forward, I said this before on one of these panels, that for me, it was a lot of letting go of all the things that I thought I had to rush and do and struggle to perform on my own. I needed people. And that's probably the biggest lesson I've learned here. And of course, when Susan came and taught her magic carpet teaching, this idea of not idea, it was actually the roadmap to sustainability, which again, that was something that I deeply desired to have in my own business, to apply and to be committed to. So just being here has helped me in those areas. So I just want to say this, that if you're looking, you really don't need to look any further. You've got people, Rob, Tammy, Susan, you've heard it all, that they, as far as the combined years of experience of success, where would you, and it being something of the first of its kind, there's not too much you have to really seek out. So.
Exactly. Well said, Ray. Stephanie.
Hi guys. I've been showing up on the calls in the morning. Our morning Joe. And I heard you, Susan, this morning mention what tonight's topic was going to be about, aligning yourself with the alliance, and it kind of like jumped on the inside of me, and Ray was like, oh, well then yeah, you should probably come on and share. And I just want to say how grateful I am for the alliance and the community and the family that I haven't seen in any of the other business things, opportunities that Ray has been a part of. And I was trying to think about how I would articulate this, and I shared with Ray, I saw life as seasons, and we all have seasons that come and go, and the roles in those seasons change, like from mom, for me, like from mom to wife to different things, but there's a constant that was in the seasons, and that's me, and that's self. And I was embracing the roles of the seasons and not really embracing me. And it wasn't until we became a part of this alliance and this family and this community that opened up. And so I just wanted to come on and say thank you, and to encourage anybody who was maybe not showing up or not plugging in, or looking for something to plug into. Jason had mentioned to learn, communicate, and connect, and that I realized showing up, staying in communication with yourself, staying in communication with everybody here, it helps you connect. It helps you humanize all of this digital, marketing or whatever it is that we do. And it's such an important part. And I'm just grateful for the community. I know that I have a voice now, and I'm excited about being able to share it. And even if it just helps one person share their voice and get free, then I believe that's what it's about.
Yeah.
So thank you.
That is beautiful. I'm just so moved right now. That what you just said is just so absolutely beautiful. That's what it's all about. That is what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing that. I'm speechless.
I wanted to just say something real quickly, because we get a lot of people that, like Ray and Stephanie, husband and wife teams. And, it's just so great to see you guys working together. You know what I mean? And just being able to meet both of you, and just opening up your house to, to Susan, and then the rest of us to come there. I mean, that was amazing. And like you said, it's like family, you know what I mean? And it's great that you're on here, Stephanie. I think it's great. So we talk to a lot of people, that say, hey, can my husband or my wife or whatever help? And it's like, absolutely. The more support you have from your spouse, the better you're going to do, So I just had to say that. It's awesome.
Teamwork is always powerful. Absolutely. Thank you. Rob, what do you have to say on this topic?
Well, I love the topic. And first of all, I like continuity. So as Stephanie was talking, I just kind of want to go back, and Tammy kind of stole it, because, I had the same kind of thoughts. I've seen Ray on here, and, by the way, he's certainly married up. So, he's pretty sharp, but I like you. But no, seriously, I think that it's a really cool thing that you guys are involved together, that you're working together. And what comes up for me in terms of alignment on everything, and I got to just say, it's funny because, I mentioned last week, I said how much I get out of these, out of coming together here. And the cool thing is, again, we're not talking about the comp plan. We're not talking about our, a Bentley, all this kind of stuff, or whatever it would be, or all money. All this is really about just kind of it's about interpersonal relationships and really connecting with each other, which really gets me going. I'm a real, I got to connect with people. It's one of the reasons I like this business. It's nice when I'm talking to somebody on the phone and they're getting ready to get started, or I'm helping a new person to get somebody else to get started. I like that a lot, but I like the idea. Hey, it's a payday, and today can be a payday, tomorrow can be a payday. We can have a couple paydays in one day. But the thing I like the most is the whole being able to connect with people and to create, I guess, as the subject is tonight, alignment. So I'm a big. I need to get back and read some more of his stuff. I'm a big Napoleon Hill nut. You know, people go, oh, yeah, I read Think and Grow Rich. I probably read it like 15 times or something. I think I've read every single book many, many times over. And one of the most important principles, and so what alignment does for me is, I mean, I love Stephen Covey and all the kind of things like that. I like from a corporate perspective, and whoever the Harvard guy is, it says, you know, when something's moving together, some things that pop up for me is like a mission statement or a vision statement. Like, what are we? You know, I like the simplicity of what at least I think we are. Maybe I should know what our mission statement is. I just like the whole idea. I think Jason came up with it. We're just a bunch of guys that want to get paid more and work less. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's not like it's hard to wrap your mind around. Who doesn't want that? You know, that's my line. Is I'm ambitiously lazy. I want to make as much as I can. I want to make it as fast as I can. I want to do as little as I need to do, and I want it to pay for a long, long time. I know that sounds kind of funny or like get rich or something, but I just can't imagine the opposite, like get paid a little, have it take a long time, have it last a little while, and work really hard for it. I mean, that's what I want, is that. But I really like the interpersonal, creating a mastermind with people. And so Napoleon Hill, probably the greatest personal development person or the most noteworthy ever, he talked at length about creating the mastermind alliance, and that when two people came, and it's biblical and all this stuff, when two people come together, there's like a third person like this, you know, and you can kind of tap into. So I know personally, I feel this when I connect with you guys, you know, that are here in the alliance, and these webinars and these Zooms are kind of a new thing. I love the idea that there are strengths that I have, weaknesses that I have that I can tap into. I can ask different people, you know, stuff. And I like this, I don't know, synergy is like kind of a new word, but I like this whole, you know, this kind of going all together into one spot. And yeah, let's, you know, help more people, and let's do more, and let's, people need to be inspired now more than ever before. You know, they need to be shown a way more than ever before. They just want something that they can get into, that they can believe in, that they can connect with more than ever before. And so I know what I receive from this, and I'm hard pressed to know even how to send an email to people about this meeting, because it's too woo-woo. It's too like go hug a tree. It doesn't really, it's too, you know, but really this is the essence of what it is. Usually what I do is I actually go back to Tammy and I go, one of the people on here lost 10 houses and she turned all of it around, because everybody loves a rocky story. So in terms of what does alignment mean for me, it goes back again, like I said, to the Napoleon Hill, create a mastermind alliance. And in that alliance, you have more than the alliance itself becomes more than the sum of the members that are in there. So we've got 8 or 9 people that are on the panel, you know, or whatever will be here, 7 or 8 people that are on the panel. It's more than the 7 or 8. It's like 20, right? Or we got how many people that are on the thing, because everybody's part of it. This isn't about the Rob show or the Joe show. Well, it is about the Joe show, but deservedly so. But it's more than the sum of all of us individually. It's more than that. And by the way, in terms of, Joe had mentioned like other groups or other things like that, or hey, there's wholesale. So like you said, there's other people that sell our product. And I firmly believe that Titan is the best high ticket, coming from somebody, and I know Joe as well, coming from somebody that owned a high ticket business. You know, I know, I'm kind of, you know, so I everything that they're supposed to do in terms of the wholesale, they do it well. I like pure profit, all this stuff, but the main thing that I look to sell is this mastermind, this group is what I look to sell the most when I'm talking about what it is that we're doing. And we're not, you know, there's other people that flash cash or they open envelopes and things like that. You know, that's not what this is about at all. Again, I don't know how to explain it other than to tell people, you got to get on this call. It's great. And what do people say? Somebody asked me the other day, somebody said to me, what do people say about the calls? I said, Well, one person told me specifically, a really sharp guy, he goes, I don't know how anybody comes to these calls that doesn't get involved in the business. Why? It's because of this right here. It's the authenticity and all the stuff like that it is. So that's kind of what I would say tonight is I'm thinking mastermind, and you guys are cool, and there's not anybody here that I don't like, you know, so that's it.
Thanks, Rob. You always keep it so real. Thank you. Napoleon Hill said that when you combine the knowledge of two or more people, you then have infinite knowledge.
For all time even, too. That's very cool.
How cool. How cool. Mind-blowing, right? Over to you, Super T. What do you have to say about why align?
Well, I know everyone is talking about, well, we're not going to get into the woo-woo and, you know, and things like that. But you know me, Susan, I like the woo-woo. I like all that, all that feeling stuff. And, you know, also, you know, that's one of the reasons I got involved is, of course, to make the money. And that's, you know, besides that, and this is an awesome place to be to do that. I'm learning so much and getting so much support. And I talked about that on the show this morning, and Ray has been, a blessing to me, helping with me with all that. But getting back to the real thing that I really love about this. And I was talking to a person that mentors me, a counselor, and we were talking about business and things like that. And so she's like, well, what's going on? What are you doing? And, you know, she knows about Ray and the Alliance. And I started talking and explaining, you know, what I was doing. And she looked at me and, you know, I'm just talking. And she says, you are actually glowing. She says, you know, this is something that you really like. And she says, it's really not about the business because, you know, she knows about me being let go and having to recreate my own income. And that's, you know, that's important. But she says, what's important, and I see and I hear from you, is the sharing. That is what is really motivating you, and that's what you're getting out of this. So for me, about the woo-woo part, I believe in aligning chakras and, you know, and aligning the spirit, and that's what makes you happy. When you know that you're in the right spot and everything is put into perspective, that's where happiness is. That's where it's housed. And I'm happy. That's it. You know, I'm finding it right here. My alignment. That's it. I don't need any other explanation. I don't care how people feel. It can be as woo as you want to, but you know, I'm out there and I'm feeling it.
I love that. I love it. When it comes right down to it, it's all about the vibe, isn't it?
That's right.
All about the experience, right, Super T? Like we had.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I love it. That's awesome.
And it's true. It happens, just like Stephanie said, it happens when you show up. Who's here on every single event? Who is always here? They're the ones that are empowered and taking action and in it to win it, right?
Yeah.
Dr. B, welcome. Sorry, go ahead.
Just one last thing. You know, business is okay. That's part of your life. But what about the rest of your life? All of that has to work together. All of that has to be aligned. So, you know, happiness is important. And happiness in your business makes a happy, rounded life.
Absolutely. It's all part of the whole. It's all part of the whole. Not one piece is more important than the other. You're right.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. Dr. B, welcome. And what do you have to say about why align? Oh, you're still muted. You're good now.
Am I good?
Yeah.
Can you hear me all right?
Can hear you, yes.
Okay, good. This is my first time coming to the Hangout live and in color.
Yes, it is. And welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you to everyone. Susan, Joe, Super T, and Rob. I'm learning so much, just aligning myself with people of a like mind, with a purpose. And it's been a real blessing to me. I'm looking forward to, of course, making more money, but that's not the emphasis of everything. Relationships are the most important thing in life. And I thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Susan, Joe, Super T, Rob, Jason, the whole crew. I'm very excited about everything. So thank you very much. I'll have more to say next time.
Thank you. Thank you for coming out, and do come out next time.
Oh, I will. Thank you.
Awesome.
And congratulations on the retirement. That's very cool.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. I'll tell you a story about that. I retired. I'll tell you this quickly. I retired on the 15th of September. They had a party for me at the office on the 14th. Now, my mindset was that...
From what? From what? From what? Everybody doesn't know what you did. What do you do? What did you do?
In New York. I'm a dentist.
Dentist.
Yes. And I retired from them with benefits. And there was a party for me on the 14th. And my supervisor came to me and said, well, you know, it's been fun. Nice having you around. I showed up the next morning for work. They came into my office and said, you're not getting paid today. Yesterday was your last day here. So I said, okay, bye. And that was it. My mind hadn't made the switch yet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's a process.
It's a process.
That's amazing. As a habit.
It really is. Really is. Really is.
Well, and the other thing is you probably enjoyed it so much that you just wanted to go back.
Well, you know, part of what I enjoyed mostly about what I was doing was helping people.
Right.
And I find that I'm able to help more people through the business because I talk to people, they have situations, and I can offer them this as a solution. So I'm still in the business of helping people. So thank you, guys.
Exactly. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Almost over to you, Joe, to wrap it up for us. Craig Bieber just popped out. Hello, Craig.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
This is all new to me. I've never done a webinar before, and I'm out on my patio, so I don't have much of a light there I could see.
Well, welcome. This is a great place for your first time.
Yes, I'm blushing here a little bit. So
awesome.
We never know.
Oh, we
Anyway,
can't tell.
I should have had
I
a beer.
can see it.
Yeah, you should have had a beer. No, actually, thanks for all you guys. I really appreciate you. And, you know, the visionary and leaders, that word visionary that Joe used, that's so powerful, Joe. Thank you for that. I'm going to be using that more often. But I would like to just say, first of all, you know, as far as Jason Cox, I mean, look, in the midst of a hurricane, he is in his car and he is on this webinar, or was on the webinar. That's leadership. So you have the ability to be able to hang around people that have six-figure and multiple six-figure incomes. They have time and money, and you have the ability to get mentored by those people. Why wouldn't you want to align? Why wouldn't you? If you don't, you've got the 40-40 plan. You know, 40 years of your life, 40 hours a week for someone else. So what do you got to lose? So that's really all I have to say. And again, I just want to thank everybody, and I can't wait to do more of this. Thank you.
Thank you, Craig. And I'm so glad. I'm not sure if you know or if everyone here knows, but I get really excited when I get to help somebody on to their first Zoom or first Hangout or first webinar. It's like my personal little yay.
Can I ask you, that is a lava lamp in the corner, isn't it?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Love your lava lamps. Yes.
So I'm really attached to the large one. The coil, it no longer works, so it doesn't bubble. So I just can't let it go. But the smaller one is not working.
That's definitely the 70s for sure, right? Wasn't it 70s, or was it the 60s?
I think 60s and 70s, but it never left me. I'm just there.
Awesome. I love them. Thank you.
It's how I flow through life, so why not have it there?
Well, it's kind of what caught my eye when someone said, hey, do you want to get on a Hangout with Susan 2 years ago? And I said, Susan, now which one is that? And he said,
she's the one with
the lava lamp. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Sure, why not? Midnight, why not? Let's hop on it. So, hey, you know, for those that are listening, you never know. You never know you never know what you're gonna run into when you hop on these things, and what can happen after that. You know.
That's right. Joe, would you please wrap up this grand hour for us?
Yes, yes. And about the lava lamp, I would say that some kids never grow up. Susan.
That's right.
People are saying, is that from the 60s, the 70s? Well, I think it's from 2016, actually, because there it is right there. So, of course, I've got 3 pages of notes today, 3 pages of notes. And I was thinking, if you ever want to do your own radio broadcast, just show up here. I've got so much content right now. How about this? The vibe attracts the tribe. Thank you for that one, Ray. Thank you for that one. And how about Dr. V? Can you believe that Dr. V is actually a doctor, unlike Dr. J, right? I mean, actually a doctor. When I saw you join the community, Dr. V, I was like, oh, there's another doctor. And then I find out today that you actually are a doctor. That is very, very cool. And we're really happy to have you with us in our community and on our platform here. I know that you've got a lot of real world experience that's going to make a difference for people. And as I was listening actually to Rob, and as I was listening to Rob, stuff just came into my noodle. And I love the power of 3. And so when he was talking about alignment, and what is the real benefit of coming together as a community? And 3 words came up for me, and they are balance, precision, and speed. We come to this community with every single one of us have a different set of circumstances, right? Here we have Dr. B, an actual doctor. We've got Rob, who is a former top-tier business owner. We've got Ray, and Stephanie suddenly is like, whoa, listen to what she is sharing. We've got all of these individuals who are coming together with a different point of view, with a different set of circumstances, all in alignment, coming with one common purpose. And that is really about community and helping people. Rob, you mentioned this, and I love the fact that you come out here and very, very rarely, if ever, are people talking about their home and their money and the car they just bought. That's not really what this is about. All of those things are a byproduct of what we do, but the real thing here, and this is what makes it unique, is that this is really about community. In this time, the world is fractured. It really is. And especially in our space, in our direct selling space, there are so many opportunities, man. I mean, for real, because I am in the arena every single day. I'm getting an email. Somebody's coming to me with something else. How do you sort it out? And it's all automated, evergreen this, automated marketing, point and click, push button that. People are sick and tired. And that's why we are growing so quickly, is because people are really looking for that connection. That's what our Unstoppable Alliance is about. And so it's about balance, okay? We have balance. We have all these people coming, seeing the same thing. It's about precision, okay? I mean, we have got ninja, Jedi level stuff, and you'll be learning a lot more. For those of you who are new, if you've ever worked in a one-on-one with Susan, and you guys in Chicago, you know what I'm talking about, her magic carpet. This is precision. This is like surgical. What she knows how to do as far as integrating into the marketplace and generating interested parties for real and then reaching out, this is precision. And so when you take balance and you take precision, then it builds speed. I got news for you, man. Wealth is attracted to speed. And if you're building an enterprise here with us in our community, it goes way better when you're moving fast. When you see stuff going and there's stuff going on and you're engaged in the process and you're plugged in, it moves quickly. So the real benefit of alignment, again, is balance, precision, and speed, man. And together we can do so much. Susan, I think you're the one who came up, or you're the first person I ever heard talk about individually we're a drop, but together we're an ocean that can ripple out. And that's really what this is all about. That's really what it is about. And I'm really so excited to be here. You can teach a dog new tricks. I've been around for a long time in our space. I met Jason Cox 19 years ago in this top tier direct selling stuff. We're like senior citizens at this stuff. But every once in a while, over the years, something just appears. And it is massive, and it is important, and it is influential. And that is what this Unstoppable Alliance is about. And for those of you who may be watching us for the very first time, if you think we are woo-woo, well, we are woo-woo. And Super T, I got to call you out. I heard you this morning. I think you said you're having a daughter. I'm like, honey, you look like you're a child yourself sometimes. You just have this effervescence and this gayness and this happiness about you. It's like, actually, you're someone's mother because you're so young at heart and so young at spirit. But I urge every single one of you, if you're looking at this for the very first time, yeah, we got some woo-woo. We make some serious coin, and we have so much fun. And we're just getting started here in our Unstoppable Alliance. And Susan, it looks like we're going to bring this in less than an hour. So I'll shut up. I'll pass it back to you.
Goodness sakes. Thank you. Thank you for that. Very well said, Joe.
You're welcome.
Notice that, excuse me, throat. Viola has her hand up. Viola, I'm clicking the button. We can say hello before we say goodbye. Yes, and thank you, Joe. What a poignant way to wrap up the hour. Mm-hmm. We cannot hear you yet. Viola, welcome, welcome. I'm going to unmute you.
I just wanted to say hello and how much I've appreciated every one of you. And what you have to say has just been the greatest thing to make one want to go out and sell more.
Thank you. Thank you. And Viola, I'm so happy to have you. Thank you for coming out on this webinar.
I want to remember, I think I'm one of your oldest. So Jill, I guess you me.
Much respect. I love her. Much love and respect. So everybody that's watching here, if you think whatever your reason or excuse is, I can't do this because such and such and such. No, there is no excuses. Viola is doing she's building a great business, and here she is showing up on the webinar.
I just have to say hi to Viola. Viola, my mom's name is Viola. So as soon as I was so excited there's a Viola on the team. I was like, yay.
Well, we're nice people.
You're sweet.
It's awesome to put a face to and a voice to your name, Viola. Welcome.
Yes.
Well, like I said, everybody has done so well and given so much good information this evening. Thank you.
What a pleasure.
How about it?
Absolutely. Well, everybody's cheeks are tender and sore. You know that kind of feeling when you've been using the muscle really lots. Isn't it a fabulous feeling?
Great feeling.
It is.
Thank you so much, each of you on the panel. As I say it every week, and I mean it every week from my heart. It's a pleasure. It's an honor to host this evening with every week. I always look forward to it. Sometimes I question, is this a good topic? And I do my research beforehand, and it always just turns out stunningly. So thank you. I appreciate each one of you for helping me make this a great hour. I can't do it without you. We are all a part of the whole, right? A piece of the whole. And to everyone that's watching this, whether you're watching this live or recorded, and if you're not a member, get back with the person that invited you, and they will show you the way how to become a member. And if you are a member and you're just kind of showing up, step it up, show up a little bit more, get engaged. You will be rewarded grandly by doing that, because it all happens when you show up. Then the alignment really, really begins, and you get the rewards. So I guess we'll just call it a night. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.
Peace.
Good morning, Joe.